Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video I'm going to be answering a question I get a lot, and that is, what is my favorite magic trick? And the answer is, it's sponge bunnies. The reason sponge bunnies are my favorite magic trick is because they kind of check off all the boxes I like in a magic trick. It's not a card trick, even though I do like card tricks, but you know what I mean. It's magic in the spectator's hand, not once but twice, and you can use multiple people. And for the fact that it works for all ages, there's going to be a time if you're doing gigs or you're just performing magic anywhere, and there's going to be a little child there, and someone says, oh, can you do a magic trick? Or they even ask you. And a card trick is fine, rubber band trick, coin behind the ear, that's fine. But there's going to be some of those kids that are really young that don't really understand, pick a card or something like that. But once you pull out the bunnies, you got their attention, and they're all smiles and they love it. There's been a bunch of times when I've been at gigs and parents or the host of the gig would be like, oh, can you show this child some magic? And the kid's like 4 or 5, and he's shy, he doesn't want to turn around. But the minute I pull one of these off his shoulder, I got his full attention. So that's just something I wanted to let you guys know, that this works in those kind of situations, because you may be put in that situation. And if you are, you'll be covered if you have these. As you can see by the title, I'm also going to be talking about an important, aspect of magic, which is listening to your audience. Which at first, when you perform, like on the streets or to family or friends or strangers, you're nervous, you're so focused on the magic trick, you're just worried about the next move. You don't really listen to people around you speaking, which could, if you listened, enhance your magic, which I'm going to give you some examples of me listening to my audience with this trick in particular, and I think it got a better reaction.
Hi guys, how are you? I came over here because I didn't know if you guys noticed, it was distracting me. She had a little hair on her shoulder. A little, now check it out. Make sure it doesn't pull apart. There's nothing inside of it. Right? It's a little bunny rabbit. We have a little bunny rabbit, right? What's your name?
Bunny rabbit.
Can you grab him? And look what happens when you grab him. Yeah. It makes 2. So here, we call this mommy and we call this daddy, right? I take mommy, and can you hold on to daddy? Because this is what happens. Can you blow? Because look at, she blows him right out of my hand. Look, open your hand. And right over there.
What about the baby?
Now, can you squeeze them tight? Because what do you want?
Baby.
Babies? You want to try to make a family?
Yeah.
So after I do the first phase of bunnies, they're reacting, so I get the babies, I load everything in my hand, and as I'm doing that, the girl next to me says, what about the babies? Now think about this, she has no idea I just loaded babies into my hand that I'm about to give to the other lady, and she has no idea where the trick is going. She's just saying something, right? So, I call back to that, and then I say, what'd you say, babies? And then she opens her hands, and there's babies. It just seems like you made that happen right there on the spot, like real magic or something like that. It just makes you look really good if you listen to your audience, because sometimes they're going to say things that you can use like that and just make it more, a bigger reaction. This is example 2.
You guys don't notice on her shoulder, she has a little hair. A little bunny rabbit. You can check it out. Make sure it doesn't pull apart. There's nothing inside of it. Just a little bunny rabbit. Now look, if we take it, make 2. You hold out your hands. And multiply, right? So we'll call this mommy and daddy. So you guys back here, I'm going to take daddy. You guys watch daddy. And you guys watch mommy. Squeeze tight. Now watch. If I just go like this.
No way. No.
Open your hand. Let's see. Here, mommy and daddy. Now Carrie, hold out your hand. Look, mommy and daddy. Just do the same thing. Squeeze them really tight. Now we're all adults here. What happens when you leave mommy and daddy bunny alone too long?
I want to see where baby rabbit is. Go on vacation and stuff.
What'd you say?
Hang out, watch see where baby rabbit is.
Bunny.
He wants to see baby rabbits as he wishes.
Oh my god.
So many rabbits.
So in this clip, I do the first phase, second phase, I got the babies loaded, I put it in the lady's hand, and then I asked the question, what happens when you leave mommy bunny and daddy bunny alone in a room together? Now, of course, the obvious answer is they multiply, they have babies. But, I don't know. I ask a question, I see what they say. One guy says something about babies, so I zone in on him. I go, would you say babies? And then I go, okay. I snap it, do whatever I do, and she opens her head, now there's babies. Now, obviously I knew that was coming, but because I'm playing oblivious, I just made it seem like he asked for that, and I just made it happen. So if you get what I mean, it just seems more impossible. And it makes you, like I just said, it makes you look so much more better when you could do things like that. So definitely listen to your audience. Here's just 2 little things I'm going to throw out there. So how do you introduce the bunny? Well, if you've seen me perform it even once, the way I do it, which I've seen other people do with sponge bunnies, is you have it, in your hand, you point, you say you have a little hair on your shoulder, do you mind if I borrow it? And you reach over, as you reach over, bring it to fingertips, and you show it's a hair. Now, if you don't know, hair from your head is H-A-I-R, but a bunny is also called a hare, H-A-R-E, so it's a play on words. It's funny, it gets a laugh. And it just makes you have a hair, hair, bunny. And since you're a magician, bunny is just makes sense. And of course, you're going to come into the situation where, of course, people know you're a magician. They may say, oh, make a bunny appear, or are you going to make a bunny appear? And if you have these, you can make it look like magic that you made a bunny appear, because they don't know you have these on you. They don't even know these exist. So you're way ahead of them in that aspect. So again, listen to your audience. So the way you get the first bunny is you pull the hair off the shoulder, and then you get the other one. As they're examining this one, you put this one into your little, you palm it. You go watch the bunny, and then you just put them together, and then pull, you say, splitting the hair. Now that's just a common saying. Don't split hairs or whatever it is, but they understand it. And again, it gets another little laugh moment. Alright guys, so I'm going to show you another clip. This clip, I was at a gig doing a bachelor party, and I had just finished doing card tricks. I finished Omni deck. So the guy lifts his hand, he has the Omni deck, he's looking at it, everyone's reacting. I step back, I relax, I get one of the sponge bunnies into my fist, because I'm about to pull it off his shoulder when they're done reacting. But one of his buddies says this. I show everybody how the deck actually disappears. Check it out, check it out.
Leo did that.
It went from cards to fucking solid like that.
Leo the magician. Yeah.
What's in your pocket, dog?
Napkin.
I'm sorry. What?
You walk around with a
So as you can see, like I said, I had the bunny loaded in my hand, and one of his friends goes, what do you have in your pockets, or what do you carry, or whatever? I saw the opportunity. He had a sweater on, baggy pockets. It was ready in my hand. I reached into his pocket, and I pulled out a bunny. And you saw the reaction it got. It just seems like he asked for what's in his pocket, and I pulled this out. It's just a weird thing that happened. And I think I got a pretty good reaction. So that moment in the last clip, kind of like, he said something, I just went with it. I watched the video, I remembered it, I reflected back on it. I was like, okay, that's a cool way I can make a bunny appear. That unexpected moment turned into something I wanted to use again, which I have. And a lot of these moments happen a lot. I just don't record every performance, so I'm just happy I get these little moments. That's why I try to record as many performances as I can, because I just like to watch them back and see things like this. So anyway, it happened. I reflected on it. I used it at gigs and the street, pulled things out of people's pockets. But at the recent gig I just uploaded on JS Magic. I just finished a card trick, about to do sponge bunnies. I saw he had a breast pocket that was empty. So I asked him if I could take what was in his pocket, and you'll see.
Do you mind if I borrow what's in your pocket?
There's nothing in my pocket.
Can I see?
Yo, no, stop!
Check it out. Check it out, check it out. It's a little bunny rabbit.
Okay.
No, it's some magic. They hired me to walk around and do some magic.
Some magic?
And he just happened to have a little bunny rabbit in his pocket.
Yo, Andre, you carry bunnies now?
No, wait. No, stop. Here, check these out.
You carry 2 bunnies now. You a 2 bunny type of guy.
So you got mommy and daddy.
So I asked him if I can get what's in his pocket. He says it's empty. I said, can I check? He said, sure. I mean, he's confused at that point. He's like, what are you going to do? Not only did I do it once, I took the risk and I did it twice, and it worked out great. So I just wanted to throw these in there, because if you ever get the chance, you're doing these, now you know what to listen for and look out for. It's going to happen more than you expect, and if people have pockets, take advantage of the moment and make it a little more memorable, I guess, because you're pulling something out of their pocket. So yes, sponge bunnies are a weird thing to carry and pull out, but like I said, you're a magician, it kind of makes sense to pull out rabbits. And that whole thought goes back to sponge balls. A lot of magicians don't like using the red sponge ball to like clown noses, because they don't want to pull it out of their pocket, because it makes no sense. And a lot of them say they don't want to be known as the red sponge ball guy, which makes complete sense. So yes, sponge bunnies are a weird object if you're worried about that, but I've never had anyone say, oh, you just carry those bunnies in your pocket. I've never had anyone say that. The reason being, I think that they're just so much fun. And like you saw in the first clip I did, when I pull them off, they go, "Aw, so cute," or whatever. You get that reaction a lot. You can do this to little children, to grown adults, to teenagers. They all give some crazy reactions. These bunnies play really big. So this is why you want to get to a point in your magic where you're not thinking about the next move. And when you're relaxed, you're confident, you've practiced enough to where you know it's going to work, whatever. And then that way you can, relax, and you can look up, make eye contact, smile at people, and listen. Because that's when you're going to get, when you're down here, you're missing so much. Which, how do you get out of that? You just perform, fail, and eventually you'll get better. Take the time out to practice them. I'm not going to go into a tutorial of how I do it. I mean, if you don't know what it is, it's just a false transfer. It looks like I'm taking it from here and putting it here, but I'm retaining it here. I don't know what this false transfer is called. It's just, I learned it from sponge balls. If you're into coin magic, it's kind of like false transfers and stuff like that. Daryl has a bunch of stuff on sponge balls. He has a master class that's like a set of 4, I think. He has the essentials. He teaches you like 8 or 9 of the essential things you need to know with sponge balls. There's a series called, a DVD called Encyclopedia of Sponge Balls. A lot of free tutorials on YouTube. All you have to really do is just learn a way to retain this without making it obvious. And you want to get down to the point where you do it with confidence. You're not nervous. There's no hesitation. Obviously, you got to understand misdirection, that the bigger motion covers the smaller motion. So do it with confidence. Really believe you're putting it here. Like they say with coin magic, if you're putting it here, all the attention goes here. The dirty hand drops all attention. So practice, of course. Check out the rest of the videos on this channel and get an idea of what this channel is becoming. And please leave questions or anything you want me to address or talk about in an upcoming video, and I will do so. Thank you for watching, and I'm going to leave you off with my favorite sponge bunny reaction I ever got. So until next time, guys, peace.
First of all, this is the weird thing. I got a little distracted. I don't know if you noticed on your shoulder you had a little hair. Ew. Check it out. Make sure there's nothing inside of it. It doesn't pull apart. It's got the Now, because this is what we're gonna do. Look, we take it. Can you do it? Grab his tail, like pull it. It makes 2. Now hold out your hands. Because look, we call this mommy and daddy. If I take mommy, I squeeze mommy. You're gonna squeeze daddy tight. Squeeze daddy. Now look.
Squeeze daddy.
Squeeze daddy. Because look, what's gonna happen? Mommy is gonna join him.
You capping? Open your hand. Open your hand, bro.
Yo, I felt that get bigger in my hand.
Hey, yo! Post this!
Listen. It's a family show.
We out!
It's a family show. It's a family show.
Post this!
Keep it PG.
Send me this.
Alright, guys.
I gotta get some of this film.
Alright, look at this. Look, I'm gonna do it to you, alright? Look, mommy and daddy. Mommy and daddy.
Don't get the same reaction.
Now, here.
I definitely won't.
Squeeze mommy and daddy tight. Because you guys don't have to leave mommy and daddy alone too long. Like rabbits. They
Bookie.
just feel a little sweaty in your hand a little bit. Because look, they multiplied.
Yo, wait,
Hell no.
Oh! Hell no! Yo! I need that footage. Hell no, I need do that one again. Please do it. Nah, that was fire. That was fire. That was fire.
Yo! Sit down for a second.
Yo!
Now you see you have the whole family, right? Yeah. Now look at this. I'm gonna take all the babies. Where are they?
You're not done?
I'm not. I'm never done. So I put the babies in my back pocket. You sit there. Now look at this. We'll call this daddy. I take daddy, and then I take mommy and put mommy in the back pocket. How many are in my hand? What do you guess is? One. None. He's right. The trick is over. That guy got it. And the bunnies. Where do you go? They ran away.